All right, welcome back. A tornado warning has been issued for northeastern Buffalo, south central Sherman counties until 5 o'clock p.m. This possible radar indicated rotation was located 17 miles north of Kearney and moving to the northeast at around 40 miles per hour. So we're talking about this storm here. There's your tornado warning just showing up. This is a tornado warning that includes Buffalo and Sherman counties that runs until 5 o'clock. This dangerous storm will be near Pleasanton at around 4:35, or right now essentially, and will be near Ravenna at around 4:45. Again, radar indicated rotation, and we'd be looking here just to the south and to the west of Pleasanton for this radar indicated rotation and this possible tornado. If you are in the path of this storm, you should be seeking shelter immediately. That includes you, those of you in and around Pleasanton, Poole, and Ravenna. You should be seeking shelter immediately. Again, a tornado warning for south central Sherman, northeastern Buffalo County. That will run until around 5 o'clock p.m. We continue to see numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, though, that are ongoing. We have a new warning that is for parts of Kearney and Phelps County. That runs until 5 o'clock p.m. for the potential of golf ball size hail located around Funk currently. That storm is moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Norton and east central Decatur counties, and that is for 2-inch size hail and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. With this storm here located in the northeastern part of Norton County. Again, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. But once again, a tornado warning is in effect for parts of Buffalo and Sherman counties. That will run until 5 o'clock. The area of concern, the area of rotation, is right around the Pleasanton area. And that is the biggest area of concern. And it is moving to the northeast very quickly at around 50 miles per hour. Those of you in Pleasanton, you should be seeking shelter immediately. The lowest level of your home, away from any doors or windows. Put as many walls between you and the exterior of your home as possible. This storm also capable of half-dollar size hail, again, moving to the northeast. We have a new tornado warning until 4:45 that runs for Norton County. That is for this cell here. A tornado warning until 4:45 for Norton County. Radar indicated rotation 7 miles south of Henley or 13 miles north of Norton, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. This storm also capable of 2-inch diameter hail. Again, moving to the northeast at around 55 miles per hour. That is expected to primarily remain over rural parts of Norton County. Golf ball size hail possibility with storms that are in northern Phillips, Furnace, and southwestern Harlan counties. So this cell approaching Franklin, that has the potential for golf ball size hail, potentially larger. Okay, so this severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin County runs until around 4:45. There's also the potential of golf ball size hail with this storm. Again, this is located right over Funk and moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. We continue to see these storms intensifying as they have moved their way into central Nebraska. And we do have the potential for golf ball size hail moving towards Hildreth at around 4:40. So these storms here in south central Nebraska capable of very large hail. But we continue with our tornado warning that runs until 5 o'clock for parts of Buffalo and Sherman County. The area of rotation is right around the Pleasanton area, or now, directly over town is the area of concern in Pleasanton. Checking some new information from the National Weather Service. Nothing confirmed as of yet, but we continue to see rotation around the Pleasanton area. You should be seeking shelter immediately. If you live around Pleasanton, you need to be in your safe place immediately. Ravenna, you need to be seeking the lowest level of your home, away from any doors and windows. Again, put as many walls between you and the exterior of your home as possible. So far, this has been radar indicated rotation with this cell moving through Pleasanton and heading towards the Ravenna area. We also continue to see the tornado warning for northern Norton County. that runs until 4:45 there. Radar indicated rotation and 2-inch diameter hail of potential with that storm. These cells in south central Nebraska around Franklin. So far, any rotation there would be rather messy, but there is a little bit of it just southwest of Franklin. The big concern here right now is for the potential of large hail moving into Franklin. You should be seeking shelter as well. We'll go further north to around Wilcox and Hildreth. Again, there is rotation within these storms, just not quite as significant as you'd like to see to issue a tornado warning, which is certainly good news. But there is potential for very large hail, especially right now around the Funk area. We could be talking golf ball size hail, if not larger. They're moving to the north, so just kind of north of Funk now. Minden, you've got a stronger storm moving in that does not have a warning on it. But we continue to see a tornado warning for Buffalo County and parts of Sherman County right over the Pleasanton area. We're now moving just maybe to the north and to the east of town. We continue to see radar indicated rotation with this storm. We do not have anything confirmed on this as of yet. It is radar indicated rotation right around the Pleasanton area. And again, it is moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour, which is incredibly fast for these storms. So as we take a look at this storm, we look a little bit closer. Again, radar indicated rotation. We do not have anything confirmed with this cell as of right now. The information coming in from the Weather Service, we now have a tornado warning in effect for eastern Furnace County. That will run until 5 o'clock. Radar indicator rotation around 21 miles north of Norton. So here's this new tornado warning that has just shown up. Tornado warning for eastern Furnace County until 5 p.m. Tornado and golf ball size hail possible. Radar indicator rotation. This storm will be near Hollinger at around 4:40. Oxford, it will be in your area at around 4:45. Seek shelter immediately if you are on the path of this storm. A new tornado warning that has just been issued by the National Weather Service that runs until 5 o'clock p.m. Radar indicator rotation around Beaver City. And it's moving northeast at around 45 miles per hour. So we're looking in this area here around Beaver City for the radar indicator rotation. Again, nothing confirmed, but a tornado warning runs until 5 o'clock. We continue to see areas of rotation around Pleasanton with this tornado warning that runs until 5 o'clock as well. Ravenna, this storm is headed your way. You should be in your safe place immediately. This storm now north of Funk. Doesn't show a lot on velocities here, but starting to see just a little bit of a notch here that would be a little bit of a concern. But right now, these storms here, Franklin, you have a significant storm headed your way right now. This has the potential for very large hail as it is moving to the northeast at around 40 to 45 miles per hour. You need to be seeking shelter as well. It is not a tornado warning, it is a severe thunderstorm warning, but very large hail potential there. So we have tornado warnings in effect for Furnace County until 5 o'clock. Radar indicated rotation around Beaver City. That storm moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. Oxford, it will be in your area within about 5 minutes. Seek shelter immediately. We continue with our tornado warning for Buffalo and Sherman counties. That runs until 5 o'clock. Radar indicated rotation around Pleasanton. That cell is moving northeast at around 45 miles per hour as well. Ravenna, you should be seeking shelter immediately. We have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings in effect currently, as well as a severe thunderstorm watch that runs until about 8 o'clock tonight. Tornado warning for Furnace County runs until 5 o'clock. Radar indicator rotation would now be just to the northeast of Beaver City. And again, that is headed towards Oxford currently. You should be seeking shelter immediately. Getting reports of rotation weakening with the cell around Pleasanton, which is obviously welcome news. With that said, if you live in the northern part of Buffalo County, including Ravenna, you should be seeking shelter immediately as this storm is headed your direction. It has a history of very large hail, up to the size of golf balls, and again, the radar indicated rotation. Obviously, the tornado warnings take precedence here, but I do need to mention that this storm in Norton County, right in the northwest or northeast part of Norton County, I should say, has a history of producing 2-inch diameter hail, which is extremely large hail and is obviously going to cause quite a bit of damage. Franklin, I am very concerned about this cell that is moving just maybe south of town, but it's probably going to head right into Franklin. There is some serious hail potential with that storm. We have a new tornado warning that's just came down. Tornado warning for northwestern Franklin, southern Kearney County. That is going to run until 5:15. Radar indicated rotation near Hildreth, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Minden, it will be in your area at 4:55. Norman at around 5 o'clock. Here is the new warning. Tornado warning for northwestern Franklin, southern Kearney County until 5:15. Again, radar indicated rotation here near Hildreth, moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. Also has the potential for golf ball size hail. This will be near Minden at 4:55. Norman at around 5 o'clock. Now's your time to be seeking shelter. You should head to the lowest part of your home. Put as many walls between you and the exterior of your home as possible, away from any doors or windows, interior closet. Always a great idea, bathrooms, things of that nature. Tornado warning until 5:15 for parts of Kearney, as well as Franklin County. Radar indicated rotation near Hildreth, moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. We continue to see a tornado warning in effect for the northern part of Buffalo County and the southern part of Sherman County. That will run until 5 o'clock. Radar indicated rotation there, moving to the northeast, also at around 50 miles per hour. We continue to see a tornado warning in effect for Furnace County that runs until 5 o'clock. Radar indicated rotation will be moving towards the Oxford area within minutes. Please be seeking shelter immediately. We'd be most concerned about this area right here, moving towards the Oxford area. Please be seeking shelter if you live in Oxford or anywhere within this tornado warning. You see the outline polygon here in red. We also have this tornado warning that runs for a few more minutes in Norton County. Not as much of a concern there as it's moved out. A little bit of concern here, south and to the west of Stamford, with rotation within that cell there. Stamford, you're technically not within that tornado warning. You should be seeking shelter anyways. You're right on the edge of it. Minden, you are in a tornado warning and should be seeking shelter immediately. Norman, you are included in that tornado warning. Seek shelter immediately. Head to the lowest part of your home. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for northwestern Smith, Franklin, northwestern Webster, southwestern Adams, southeastern Kearney counties. That is for this cell here over Franklin, 2-inch diameter hail, a possibility. Moving northeast at around 40 miles per hour. These warnings are coming in about as fast as I can read them off to you. Again, this cell over Franklin, the potential here is for 2-inch diameter hail moving into Franklin right now. That is a very dangerous storm located over Franklin. Tornado warning continues for parts of Kearney County and Franklin County until 5:15. Includes the cities of Minden. Myrna, you're going to be within that tornado, or not Myrna, excuse me, Macon, you are in that tornado warning. Norman within that tornado warning as well. You should be seeking shelter immediately. Oxford, tornado warned storm is heading your way as well. Tornado warning runs until 5 o'clock for the northern part of Buffalo County. The area of rotation here would be just to the west and northwest of Ravenna. If you live in Ravenna, you should be seeking shelter immediately. These storms continue to move to the northeast at around 45 to 55 miles per hour. We've had reports of golf ball size hail with these storms, in addition to the threat of tornadic activity. So far, these have all been radar indicated rotation, but we continue to see tornado warnings for Furnace, Kearney, northern Franklin, northern Buffalo, and the southern part of Sherman counties. And these run until 5 and 5:15 respectively. If you live in these areas, you should be seeking shelter now. You should be in the lowest level of your home, away from any doors and windows. Severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for northeastern Phelps, northwestern Kearney, southern Buffalo counties. That runs until 5:15. This includes the city of Kearney. Ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. This storm will be in the Kearney area at around 4:50 and Riverdale at around 4:55. These storms are moving north at around 45 miles per hour. These are very dangerous storms that are moving into central Nebraska as we speak. Again, tornado warnings in effect for the northern part of Buffalo County and the southern part of Sherman County. Right on the Buffalo and Sherman County line is where we would be most concerned for areas of rotation. And here's the update from the National Weather Service. Tornado warning remains in effect until 5 o'clock for north central Buffalo, south central Sherman counties. This storm located near Ravenna, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation continuing to be seen with this storm. So if you live in Ravenna, you should already be in your shelter in the lowest level of your home. We continue to see the tornado warning here. The rotation is straight south of Minden. It is fairly broad, but obviously these are storms that are circulating. They are rotating. Seek shelter if you live in Minden, Upland, Norman, Macon. You are under a tornado warning until 5:15. Oxford, you are under a tornado warning until 5 o'clock for another 13 minutes as this storm continues to move northeast at around 45 to 50 miles per hour. Again, folks, these storms are moving incredibly fast. 45 to 50 miles per hour for thunderstorms is incredibly fast. Therefore, you need to take these serious. You should be seeking shelter immediately. Very concerned about this storm over Franklin right now. It is not a tornado warning. It is a severe thunderstorm warning, but it has the potential of 2-inch diameter hail. This is a very concerning storm. Located just over or north of Franklin, moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. That severe thunderstorm warning runs until 5:30. I'm going to zoom out and give you a little broader look at things. The concern here is focused over south central Nebraska down into northern Kansas. And these storms, again, have a history of producing very large hail. So far, we have only had radar indicated rotation with these storms. With that said, the rotation north of Ravenna has started to tighten back up a little bit. Here in southern Sherman County, I would be concerned about that cell there. Minden, straight south of town, is where the rotation is. Minden, you are included in this tornado warning, and you should be seeking shelter immediately. Lowest level of your home, away from any exterior walls and window. Try to put as much distance between you and the exterior walls of your home as possible. These storms are moving northeast very quickly at around 50 miles per hour. Oxford, the storm is moving into your area right now. Again, so far these have been radar indicated rotation with these storms. We do not have any confirmation. With that said, you need to be seeking shelter immediately as these storms are continuing to move very quickly off to the northeast at around 45 to 55 miles per hour. I realize we are covering up. I don't know if the baseball game is over or not. At this time, though, we are very concerned about these severe storms that are ongoing in south central Nebraska and northern Kansas. So once again, let's recap. Let's start up here to the north. Tornado warning for the far northern part of Buffalo County and southern Sherman County. That runs until 5 o'clock. The area of rotation is primarily in the southern part of Sherman County as of right now. Getting new updates in from the National Weather Service as more severe thunderstorm warnings are coming down. Let's head south. Severe thunderstorm warning including Kearney. So that's for Buffalo, Phelps, as well as Kearney counties. And that is going to run until 5:15. The potential for golf ball size hail moving into the Kearney area as we speak. We also have a tornado warning again, continues for Kearney County until 5:15. Area of rotation primarily just south of Minden, moving northeast at around 45 to 55 miles per hour. Very dangerous storm. That is not a tornado warned storm, but a severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin County runs till 5:30. Extremely large hail a possibility just to the north of Franklin. and there is starting to be a little bit of rotation in that storm as well. I would certainly be seeking shelter. Campbell, Bladen, that is headed your way. We continue to see a tornado warning for Furnace County that runs until 5 o'clock. The rotation within that storm has started to weaken a little bit, which is great news. But we also continue to see numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. I know I'm jumping around here a lot. It can be a little bit confusing, but if you are in these polygons, if you live anywhere in these polygons that are shaded in orange or red, you should be seeking shelter immediately. Okay, you should be seeking shelter immediately. New update, tornado warning remains in effect until 5:15 for southern Kearney County. Storm capable of producing a tornado located near Minden. Moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Also the potential for golf ball size hail within this storm. Again, you see it outlined here in red. That is the tornado warning that runs until 5:15. Minden, it is in your area now. Norman at around 5 o'clock. You should be seeking shelter immediately. These severe thunderstorm warnings that you see ongoing right now, a lot of these are capable of putting down golf ball size hail, if not larger. New update on the Furnace County tornado warning. Tornado warning remains in effect until 5 o'clock for northeastern Furnace County. This storm is located near Oxford, and it is moving to the northeast at around 45 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail also a possibility with this storm. So we're talking the rotation is near Oxford, and it is moving northeast at around 55 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Norton County. 2-inch diameter hail and 70 mile per hour winds. That is with this line of storms that is now kind of entering the western part of Phillips County. These storms are incredibly dangerous as they continue to move their way off to the east and northeast at around 45 miles per hour. Sorry, just checking on some updates here. Picture from a friend of mine. Don't believe it was a tornado north of Kearney, but again, we continue to see areas of rotation here, especially southern Sherman County right now. This is a big-time area of concern. This is the tornado warning that continues to run until 5 o'clock. Kearney, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. That is for golf ball size hail with that storm moving into your area. Right now, not seeing a lot of rotation with that storm. Minden, you continue to be under a tornado warning. That runs until 5:15. Rotation is right south of Minden, moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. These storms are they're not messing around. These are, again, storms moving 45 to 50 miles per hour. That is incredibly rare. This cell north of Franklin, extremely large hail potential with that cell. In fact, if we switch over to the hail swath here, you can see that this storm went from Phillipsburg all the way to Franklin and continued to show signs of incredibly large hail. We continue with the tornado warning for Furnace County, including the town of Oxford. That runs until 5 o'clock as well. These storms continue to move off to the northeast at a rate of around 45 to 55 miles per hour. These severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings mainly run till about 5:15 and 5:30, as these are continuing to be very dangerous storms as they are moving into south central Nebraska and northern Kansas. Right now, too, the biggest area of concern would be just south of Minden. Starting to see that rotation tightening up maybe just a little bit. Around 4.5 to 5 miles south of Minden, that rotation starting to tighten up just a little bit. That would be an area of concern. Again, Minden, you are included in that tornado warning. You should be seeking shelter now. You should have already been there. The rotation in southern Sherman County appears to be tightening up a little bit as well. That is mainly over rural parts of southern Sherman County. Welcome news there. If you live in that polygon, you should be seeking shelter. These storms are expected to continue moving off to the east and will be capable of large hail and damaging winds. A severe thunderstorm watch runs until 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see if we can pull that up for you here in just a second. I want to show you the severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect, and that runs until 8 o'clock. There gives you a good look at it. Areas shaded there are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 o'clock tonight. But we continue to see these tornado warnings and these severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for a large part of Kearney County. This tornado warning remains in effect until 5:15, including the city of Minden, Norman, Upland. You need to be seeking shelter. The area of concern is straight south of Minden and only a couple of miles. We're talking 2 miles south of Minden. Just got an update from meteorologist Kyle Kleckner, who is on the storm by Franklin. Now keep in mind, we do not have a tornado warning for this storm north of Franklin. He is reporting a significant amount of rotation and lowering with that storm. So those of you around Campbell should be seeking shelter now, as this storm again is moving northeast at around 45 miles per hour. Numerous severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, capable of golf ball to ping pong ball size hail. Again, with these storms moving northeast at around 45 miles per hour. We're going to stay on the air until the top of the hour when we roll into NTV News first at 5, as the tornado warning for Sherman County runs until 5 o'clock. Again, we have not had any confirmation. We've had no confirmation of tornadoes touching down. I'm going to try and bring up live video from our storm chaser, Nathan Moore. This is on the cell near Franklin. Oh, I'll bring it back here. Okay, this is the cell near Franklin, or north of Franklin, I should say. This storm, again, does not have a tornado warning on it. You can see a significant amount of lowering. Meteorologist Kyle Kleckner, as well as our storm chaser Nathan Moore, are on these storms in Franklin County, keeping an eye on those. Again, that cell does not have a tornado warning with it. And as for this cell right here moving towards Campbell, will we continue to see a tornado warning in effect for Kearney County until 5:15, as well as Sherman County until 5 o'clock. We should be getting a new update from the National Weather Service any minute on what we are going to do with this cell that is moving through the southern part of Sherman County. Again, we're going to stay on the air with these storms until the 5 o'clock hour. We're a minute and a half away from NTV News first at 5. So we're going to stay with you and continue to update you with these severe thunderstorms that are rolling into central Nebraska. Again, right now in Sherman County, the area of concern is actually starting to move outside of our polygon, our warning here. We will see what the National Weather Service decides to do with that warning. Have not gotten any update from them on that as of yet. Severe thunderstorm warning does include the city of Kearney. The strongest part of that storm has now moved north of town. Looking at the area of rotation, again, for this tornado warning in Kearney County, this probably has the most significant rotation on radar, and it's located literally just south of town, about 1.5 miles to 2 miles south of town. Moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. These storms are moving incredibly fast. Again, that one runs until 5:15. New warning coming down the pipeline here. We will pass on. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for northeastern Phelps, northwestern Kearney, and southern Buffalo counties. That will be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. We continue to see tornado warning. I don't want to skip over the one here in Furnace County. That runs for another minute or so as well, as we continue to watch these storms rolling into south central Nebraska and parts of central Nebraska, even down also in northern Kansas. These storms have a history of producing very large hail, as well as radar indicator rotation. We have not had any confirmations of tornadoes just yet. With that said, Kyle Kleckner reporting that just north of Innervale, he saw a quick spin up of what appeared to be a tornado. That is from meteorologist Kyle Kleckner, just north of Innervale. Again, he's on this cell here that does not have a tornado warning with it. Keep in mind, these storms, so take this storm in Franklin County here, okay? Franklin County moving to Webster County. It's in the same environment as these other storms that have been producing rotation as well as possible tornadoes. Okay, updates for you. Tornado warning has been canceled for Kearney and Sherman counties. Furnace County, tornado warning has been canceled. So as of this time, we are now at 5 o'clock. We do not have any tornado warnings in effect as of right now. I will give you one last severe thunderstorm warning. Dave, Colleen, are you guys standing by and ready? You guys been sitting there a while. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Greeley, Nance, northwestern Merrick, eastern Sherman and Howard counties until 5:45. That cell capable of ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, moving to the northeast at 60 miles per hour. Elba, Farwell, Woolback, Cushing, that storm is headed your way. Okay, we'll take a break from weather coverage, send it over to Dave and Colleen as they've got the news for you.
We did want to show you some weather photos and some storm footage that has been sent in via our Chime In. So you go to Nebraska.tv, find the Chime In tab. But let's go ahead and take a look at this is heavy rain. Yeah, we're looking at a hailstorm in Overton about an hour ago. Stan Jeffrey submitting this video to Chime In.
Also, there's a photo of hail in Alma that we're hoping to get to as well. If you have storm photos, submit them to us. Chime in. It's www.nebraska.tv/chime-in or through the NTV app. It's very simple. You upload your photo, you give us the information of your location. There's the hail we saw in Alma earlier this afternoon. And you do all that, and before you know it, we can get it on air. This gives us also permission to use this video and use these pictures without having to ask for permission, receive your permission, etc., etc. Just a quick note, the Texas Rangers beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-0 in the AL Wildcard Game 1 series.
Well, that's what I was asking Dave, like, how big is this game? Because,
It wasn't
I mean, lives are on the line when there's
more important.
storm coverage.
Yes.